you guys, I'm Native Potato and this is Infinity Wars. Got access to the closed beta for this, been playing it quite a bit recently. Really like it. Think of just your standard trading card games, you know, Magic the Gathering, that sort of thing. But it's all digital and all the cards are animated and all this stuff. There's also a lot more they can do with it because with the physical cards it's hard to do certain things, like say your character gains attack or health depending on how many of whatever exists in the deck or something. You know, it's like you have to get out a pen and paper and write stuff down and calculate things and record things and remember things, whereas the computer can just do it all for you. So one of the main things is I'm just going to go Genesis, and just to show it I'm just going to use a pre-made starter deck that they have for the Cult of Varor faction. So there's several factions. You can see here is Warpath, which is basically animals, beasts. Varor, which is like, sorry, skip Genesis, but Genesis is just technology. So there's like lots of robots and drones, mechanics, and that sort of thing. Varor are like this cult. It says, you know, sacrificing and dark magic and that sort of thing. Flame Dawn, like knights, basically. They have lots of sort of cheap, reasonably like powerful units for the price, and so you can, you know, do a lot of damage early in the game. Dragons are like Asian descendants of dragons. It's like this Asian society, well, not Asian, but like I'm trying to remember what the word is. Actually, yeah, I'll just fight them just so. And sleepers are basically cybernetic zombies. So they have a lot of, they use the graveyard a lot. So yeah, you start off with just one resource at a turn, and yeah, putting cards in your support zone uses up that resource. When a card is in your support zone, it doesn't attack or defend, there's no combat, but you can use its abilities. And it's also safer than being in the assault or defense zones, because a lot of magical effects, magical cards can affect the assault or defense zone, but not the support zone. So yeah, just end turn. And the thing with this is, again, another thing that you can do because it's digital is simultaneous turns. So when I'm deciding what to do, so is the other player, and when we click end turn it records both of our actions and then does them at the same time. So so you can actually get like prediction mechanics where you can guess what the other person is going to do and act accordingly. So yeah, as you can see, the cards are animated. There's various effects. And now there's the cost of the card, and as you notice, there's health on the left, and on the right there's morale. So basically, if a card is killed in combat, you lose this many points in morale. So even if someone has a lot of defenses and you're never hitting their fortress, you can actually win the game by making them lose all their morale. This icon in the corner shows what faction they're from and what kind of the number of commanders you need to have from that faction. So you can see the three cards I have on the left. They're my three commanders. So basically that means I can have a card that has 3 purple icons in this corner. So the more powerful cards, you need to have, you know, a certain number of commanders, but most are just 1. So you can mix up your decks. So you can have, you know, 3 different factions in a single deck, but you won't get the stronger cards. Actually, no. Just going to do that. Sorry, let me see it again. So yeah, all the cards are animated, and yeah, this is 1 purple icon, so I had to have 1 purple card. I have to have 1 purple commander to be able to use it in my deck. So yeah, it deals 4 damage, but deals 8 damage to artificial. So I'll use that on him, and since I've got 2 of them, I may as well use 1. Heat Wave deals 2 damage to all enemy characters, so it doesn't matter what zone they're in. So that's a really useful one, especially against Genesis, because they have a lot of weak drones. And see, these guys, the Raw Death Worshipper, get +2 attack and +2 health for every enemy that dies. So yeah. So combining that with the Heat Wave against a lot of weak units really buffs them a lot. And also you notice that there's these, not really anything to do with gameplay, but I just find it really cool that these sort of 3 floating artifacts on the map are related to your commanders. And so I've got these 3 purple orbs because I have 3 Cult of Varor commanders, but if you have a different commander, it has a different icon there. So the enemy, they have these medallions, but also it has a different music track for each faction, and it plays through them. So if you have 3 different factions, and obviously if your game lasts long enough, you'll hear all 3 of their songs played in order, which I find just cool. So yeah, on my first turn, I played this guy, which gives you an extra resource per turn. So that's why I have 4 and they have 3. So every turn your max resource goes up by 1 until you get to 10, unless you have a card that boosts your resource, like this guy. So he's really weak, he has no attack, 2 health, sorry, 2 max health. But yeah, if he dies, you lose 10 morale. Balanced Warrior. So these guys are really useful because if you boost their health, it also boosts boosts their attack. So yeah, now it's just going through all the actions. And because that guy died, these got +2 to damage and health, so now it's now it's 4/4. But it doesn't work when they're not in one of the zones. So this one, if I play it out, he only has 2/2. But still, they are very effective. If he plays in there, that guy will get killed. Oh. Can't afford to do anything else though. Oh, he got a Wealthy Noble as well. So, Meditating Monk. At the end of your turn, if you were not attacked, he gets +2 attack. And yeah, thought that would happen. So even though he died, but this guy got so these 2 got boosted. I should play the location. So as well as the ability and character cards, okay, so yeah, you get and the ability cards. There's also location cards, and so they just get permanently attached to your support zone, and their effect just lasts until the enemy has an ability card that can destroy your location. So yeah, just play that, and as you can see, it changes all the map. That's cool. Just put that guy out just in case. End turn. So yeah, Glorious Warrior. At the end of each turn, if Glorious Warrior is in a combat zone, the opponent loses 4 morale. Yeah, so basically, if he survives a turn, you lose 4 morale. So the Descendant of Dragons faction is all about morale damage. Because they also have a bunch of guys called Invincible Defenders. So basically, if you hit them and they survive, you lose morale. But also, you can see that the monk didn't attack, and that's because of the location. So one character without flying may attack. So flying characters can attack as much as they like, but non-flying characters, only the first one will attack. But you lose morale, so that's the trade-off. So as you can see here, his health is now 2 out of 4. So that's one of the things they can do easily with digital, rather that's harder with physical, is persistent health. So it actually remembers how much health each card has. Yeah, so play these. Actually, may as well. That's another meditating monk. And Sage of Strength. So there are some abilities where you have to pay resources. So this one, pay 3. So you spend 3 resources, and exhaust means the card can't do anything else that turn. All characters you control get +4 health. Becomes exhausted next turn. So he's exhausted for 2 turns. Yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah, here we go, Invincible Defender. If Invincible Defender is dealt combat damage but survives, the player that dealt damage loses 4 morale. And also Vigilance. So you've seen when I play a card, I play into the support zone, and then from the support zone to either defense or assault, but with just waiting for this. If you have either Vigilance or Charge, they go straight into combat. They don't have to go into the support zone first. Stick him there for a bit of defense. So with, like I said, the Flame Dawn faction have a lot of cards you can play early, and so they have this card that's really cheap and has charge, so it just goes straight to attack. So they can just attack you on the first turn. Oh, now he's using that. So they all just went extra health. So yeah, the defenders don't... Sorry, you put cards in your assault zone and they'll attack the defending cards left to right. So if I have 5 cards in here, each of them will attack this guy here. And then if there's a guy next to him, after he dies, then they'll start attacking the second one. So they attack in order. Just put him there. We haven't seen it yet, but there's also flying units, which I mentioned when I was talking about the location. Flying units, if they're in the assault zone, they can hit the fortress even when there's other cards in the defense zone if they're not flying types. So it basically just skips past all the defenders and hits the fortress directly. Let's just throw this guy back there. Oh, wait. 8 health. Yeah, let's put this guy in. At least he'll be able to kill 2 of them. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, only 1 attack per turn. Right. Anyway. Another Invincible Defender. And he's using that again. Great. So you notice that neither of these guys died. It's because he had more than 6 health. So he lost 6 health, but he still survived. And he did... Sorry, I keep accidentally clicking on that instead of the monk. And even though this guy did 10 damage, he had more than 10 health, so they both hurt each other, and basically they're just both low on health, and that's it. So I'm losing a lot of morale, but I am getting at their fortress. Prepare the death ray. Just kill a target character in a combat zone. So yeah, these 4 zones are combat zones. So you can actually target your own cards with abilities if you want. Just put them all out there. And they all just went up by 2. Nice. Yeah, they just both killed each other. So one of the other things is, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see the number of cards in the other person's deck as well as on your own, and you can actually go through and look at their graveyard. Yeah, as well as your own, obviously. So it's helpful for when things affect the graveyard or pull cards back from the graveyard. And of course he's going to use that. And that match is over. So I'm just going to do another game against the AI. Just with another pre-made deck. So, okay, Genesis. So yeah, Genesis is all about robots and machines. So we've got these unending drones. You hear the different music. So basically, if there are unending drones in your graveyard and you have a living one on the field, it will repair the ones in your graveyard and bring them back. So they're useful for like spamming stuff. And you can hear that the music is different, and I've got these 3 turrets. I like the Genesis music. So So yeah, 0 attack, so if he gets hit, he doesn't hit the other person back, he just takes damage. Oh, I've got a couple of these will be useful. So yeah, kill a flying character. And this is probably the most useful card in Genesis. So basically what you can do is spend 1 resource and sacrifice an artificial character and add its points to another card. +1. So if I do that with this guy, he'll get 3 attack and 23 defense. And that's what you use this card for, because he can't attack or defend, but he has high stats, so that's like the only thing he's useful for. Oh, and giant characters can block flying, so yeah, so if you have a giant character in your defense zone and there's a flying character in the assault, the giant will block them. Genesis Construct. Ooh, nice. It's a location card, but has a cool effect. So basically what this does is you can spend 4 resources, and once you've done it the 3rd time, it makes a 30/30 flying unstoppable dragon. So yeah. Let's put this guy out. So let's attach him, and there. Because he does 8 damage, so if this guy only has 7 health, he's going to die. So I'm just going to buff him with the Secluded Constructor. Oh great. It's going to be attacked twice. Overloaded Soldier is interesting because you can just increase his stats by spending 2 resources. Well, at least he'll survive the first attack. Oh. Let's just let him kill himself, because they're, you know, you only lose 1 morale and they just resurrect themselves from the graveyard, so it doesn't matter if they get killed. +4/4 and flying. Yeah. I hope they don't have one of these cards in their hand. That would be annoying. Yeah, end turn. Ah, so they've got their own unmanned aerial destroyer. Oh, I didn't even get to start using it yet. So yeah, they used an ability that destroys the enemy's location. Or your own location if you really want to. Ah, that's a shame. So yeah, flying cards actually hover above the ground. And as you can see, he attacked the fortress rather than the drone. So yeah, the flying cards can skip over. Just throw one of these guys out. Deal 4 damage to 2 characters. Or 8 damage to 1, yeah. Let's do that. This and him. I probably don't have another location because this guy, when you play him, he gives you the location card from your deck, but I just lost mine, so I doubt he will be useful. Target character on the battlefield is moved to the support zone at the start of each turn. As long as they stay in the support zone, they get +2/+2. Once they're moved out, the effect is disabled. Yeah, let's just add that team, and then I can use Secluded Constructor on it later. But now that he's played a flying type in the defensive area, he can defend against my flying. So now they'll hit each other. Okay, so this one's getting buffed by that. Let's get to that one. Oh, I keep forgetting about the commanders. Yeah, so for pretty much every faction there's a card called a letter and another one called coil. Because basically the lore is that there's the parallel universes, basically. And so they're alternate versions of the same person. So the recurring thing with the letter cards is they're immortal, so if they get killed, they come back into play a few turns later. Really annoying that I kept forgetting about this effect. You just +2/+2 something, as long as it's artificial. Yeah, target artificial character. I'm just throwing it out there. For defense. Should I use... No, I'll give it one more turn. Oh, okay, this is gonna be good. Be a lot of damage. Actually, no, that doesn't do anything because it's in the commander. So this one, once you've put it on the field, all the robots on your side of the field get +4/+4. But because she was a commander, I don't think it. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'll do it anyway. So yeah. Add that to her. Just put all the damage on one character. Normally that would be a recipe for disaster because that would just be bait for like an assassinate or a like a death ray card. But yeah, this is the AI. So yeah, that has 2 Genesis symbols, so you need 2 Genesis commanders. So you need a human pilot to use Mega Unit 1, but it's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, that did work. Okay, good. Right. So they all just got buffed by Luca, and then I buffed the flying one out on the field with a letter, and now I'm just combining all these different ones. 70. 71 damage. So yeah, that's Infinity Wars. You get XP for playing if you beat or tie with or draw with an AI, or if you just play against a human, you get XP and IP, which are basically points you can spend on more cards. So with the XP, for every level you go up, it gives you a reward. and the rewards are, you know, a card or two, so you actually get a bunch of cards just playing the game without spending any points or anything. So yeah, level 5 reward, just because that one has a bug, that's the only reason it's still there. This is beta. So yeah, for every level you just get extra cards, but the rest you can spend your points on packs. So there's like the pre-made packs for a faction, and there's just booster packs with random cards. So you can spend real money, but you can get all the cards without spending any real money at all. It just takes longer. So yeah, in a day, you can get 1,050 points. That's like the max limit you can earn in 24 hours, and that's enough for 3 cards. And if you win against the AI, you get about 50 points. So that's like 21 battles, maybe. Wait, yeah. So yeah, it does take a while to get them if you're not using real money, but it's cool that you can actually get all the cards. Whereas some of the things that can only be bought with actual money are just like aesthetic things. So like the back of your card, avatars, stuff like that. Battlefield. But yeah, this is Infinity Wars. It's a fun card game. I like what they've done with this, just because there's so much you can do with the card game, just in a digital setting. I mean, all the the fact that every card is animated is really cool, but also like all the effects, all the effects they can do because of the computers keeping track of everything, rather than with a physical game where you would have to calculate stuff every turn. So they can do a lot more with it. Yeah, in the next update or might not be the next one, but a update, they'll be adding a invitation thing, so beta testers can actually invite their friends to play. So I'll definitely be doing that. I'd show you like all the factions, but I don't want the video to be too long. Oh, Puffy the Goldfish, that's funny. If you play against Puffy the Goldfish, the AI has no cards, and so it's literally just, you know, to practice. Anyway, this was Infinity Wars, and I'll see you guys in my next video.